Are you feeling like you're missing out on sales because your Facebook ad follow-up system is not optimized? Maybe you're getting leads, but they're just not converting. Let's fix that. Hi, I'm Joe Thorpe, and when I started home improvement advertising, I was in the exact same position. Great leads, but conversions just weren't where I wanted them to be, and I felt like I was missing out on something.
Why is it not working?
Now, it did take time to refine a system that actually worked, but eventually, I developed my system to turn leads into loyal customers at a 60x return on ad spend. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I did it and how you can do it too. And I've also created a downloadable guide that summarizes all the key points from this video so that if you want to revisit the tips and strategies, you don't have to rewatch this whole video again. Now, before we dive into the strategy, here's a quick note. I'm going to be talking about GoHighLevel, which is the platform I use for booking, following up with leads, and my own business operations. If you are already in the agency space, then you've probably heard of it. But here's the thing, if you're literally just starting out, then you do not need to use it straight away. There are more affordable CRM, automation, and website management tools that work just as well in the beginning. A lot of gurus push everyone to buy GoHighLevel straight away, but this is partly because they get paid a 40% recurring commission on your payment. So they try to make it seem like it is a must-have from the start. And while it is an amazing tool, and I use it for a lot of my company's operations right now, I did not use it straight from the start. And keeping my costs low when I started with simpler tools was one of the best decisions I made, and it allowed me to learn and grow without overwhelming my budget. So if you do have a low budget and you're just starting, think about using some other cheaper tools instead. That said, if you do find this video helpful and you're thinking about using GoHighLevel, then I've linked my referral link below in the description. And if you do use it, I want to thank you with something extra to show my appreciation. I will jump on a 60-minute call with you to help you with anything you need, whether that's improving your Facebook ads, any marketing or agency questions, or helping you optimize your GoHighLevel setup. Plus, if you continue using it, then I will jump on a call with you every single month to keep helping you with whatever you need, and we'll stay in touch on Instagram too. Just DM me on Instagram if you do use my link and we'll get it all set up. Now imagine turning leads into booked appointments almost automatically whilst boosting your sales by up to 60x. Now that might sound too good to be true, but it's not. When I implemented this system, I saw on average £30,000 in revenue from every £500 spent on ads. And over 3 months of campaigns for one of my clients, we generated almost £100,000 from a very small ad budget. This isn't just theory, it's a proven method that works. I'm going to jump into the exact system that made this happen for my clients right now. So there are 3 essential components to a successful follow-up system. The initial touch point with your landing page or lead form, your follow-up processes, and your final booking system. At each stage, you want to focus on 3 things: speed, trust, and showing value. Now, speed obviously is crucial. Studies show a really strong relationship between how fast you follow up with your leads and how likely they are to engage with you and become customers. And then once you've got speed down, building trust and showcasing the real value of your business is key to keeping people engaged and getting them to convert. So when you focus on speed, trust, and showing value, you can keep prospects engaged, build trust, and convert them into loyal customers. Now, we're going to start off on the first touch point and how to optimize it, which is either a lead form or a landing page. Now, if you're running home improvement ads, then lead forms and landing pages are your best bet to convert the most leads. Forget Facebook Messenger or call buttons. They're less flexible and they convert poorly. Now, both landing pages and lead forms work, but lead forms usually get more leads because they're quick and easy to fill out. And landing pages, on the other hand, usually bring in overall higher quality leads by providing more info and control. Start with a lead form. They're simple to set up and they're effective. Once you've mastered them, then you can experiment with landing pages and see what works best for your business. Now let's break down how to create a high converting lead form. Here is your checklist for success with a lead form example that generated that 60x return on ad spend I was talking about. So your lead form should start with a short but effective greeting that calls out the prospect, clearly states what they could expect, and then ends with a subtle urgency or scarcity line to push them over the edge and get them to fill it in. Keep this part simple but compelling. You know, the prospect has already read your ad copy, so they know what they are signing up for. Your job here is just to confirm the offer and guide them to take the next step. Adding a few qualifying questions is essential from separating those genuinely interested in your service from the time wasters that are just clicking through to see what happens. Without them, you're going to attract too many unqualified prospects, and then Meta or Facebook's AI is going to search for more people similar to those, and you're going to keep getting low quality leads. Even if it might be tempting to make the lead form as open as possible so you get all the leads in and then use your sales skills to convert as many as you can, tightening it up is actually going to improve conversion rates and ensure you're talking to actually interested prospects. Here are some great qualifying questions to consider. Now, this first one I use very often, which is, do you own or rent your home? Because homeowners are much more likely to spend on their home, and having this is probably going to put off renting people because they know that it's not for them. And the next one is, what is your postcode or zip code in America? This is probably one of the most effective ones that I use, because for a lot of other ones, you can make it so they just have a choice, so they could just click a button. But with this, they actually have to type something out, which cuts out so many time wasters who aren't interested. And also, people who are interested are going to be okay typing their information in, and people who aren't are not. They're not going to tell you where they live. When are you looking to get started as well? This can help you understand what stage people are at. And then finally, what is your budget? You know, if people don't have a budget, this question might put them off. People with a budget are probably high quality and more likely to buy with you. Now, once the prospect has read your message, they filled out the qualifying questions and their contact information, the last step is guiding them to continue that action and book an appointment with you. For the ads I run, I urge them to book an appointment right away, and I literally have the button set to a booking calendar link. However, a lot of home improvement companies don't have a booking page like this, which they can do straight away, and they want to qualify them a bit first with a follow-up call or message. So if that is part of your process, just let them know what to expect. You could say, you keep an eye out for a text with next steps, or we'll be calling you shortly, expect a call from phone number to avoid missing it. And telling people what number a call's going to come from is very effective, actually, because people are unlikely to pick up a call from a number they don't recognize, because they might think it's a scam person or just someone trying to sell to them. So tell them what number it's going to come from, or you can even text them as well to say, we're going to call you with this number. So that's literally all you need to create a winning lead form. Following these steps ensures that your ads don't just generate leads, but high quality ones that you keep and convert. And now I'm going to show you how to make a landing page work. And I'm going to break down one of my landing pages that brought in £60,000 from £1,000 ad spend over a few months. This landing page was created all on GoHighLevel. Similar to an instant lead form, this landing page features a form in the middle where prospects fill out the qualifying questions and their contact details. Once they submit this, I send them directly to a booking page. But here's where a landing page has a clear advantage over a lead form. If we think about the three most important aspects of a successful follow-up system from earlier, speed is obviously where instant lead forms win. Since they don't require loading a separate website, they can easily just click in and submit it instantly. However, where lead forms fall short is in building trust and demonstrating value, which is exactly where a landing page shines. When people are considering a £10,000 plus home improvement project, they're not just going to submit their details and hope for the best. They want to research the company, see proof of great work, and feel that they're making the right decision. And a strong landing page provides all of this without the prospect having to go somewhere else to research. Here's what makes a high converting landing page. So firstly, we want your clear and compelling offer to be the first thing on the page that people see. And the headline and subheading should clearly communicate the deal and why they should act now. So as you can see for here, it says they get a free consultation and £500 off their flooring. So it's just a double win, you know, something for free if they don't want to go with it, and then a bonus if they do go with it as well. And then here in this subheading, we're just making it seem as stress-free as possible to take that first step. And then the next thing, which is super important, and some people forget this, is having your trust signals in that first page. So a section that links to their Google reviews or Facebook reviews shows that real people trust the company, and even just those logos make a big difference in how a prospect perceives you as soon as they load in. Like if this Google reviews link wasn't here, then they're just taking our word for it, but they can click this, see the reviews other people have said, and it puts them at ease. And then next, you want to keep going with these reviews and actually show some of them on the page. Now this obviously reinforces credibility. You know, there's many free tools out there that you can download to do this, and it keeps a track of them as they're updated as well. As you can see, this one has an AI summary, which is even more helpful because they don't have to read through all of them to get a good idea of what the company's about. And the company that does this review widget I've got here, if you want to use it, it's called Elfsight. I would definitely check them out. They've got some really clean, customizable review widgets. And then next, you want to show some high quality content of completed projects so they can get interested in what they could have and what you've done before. This could be videos of fittings, showroom footage, and some pictures of past projects. As you can see on this one, we've got some pictures of past projects that they can look through, and then also some videos of different floors they've got in the shop and some fitting videos too. So they've got so much to look at, get their trust built, get interested in using the company's services. And finally, you want to humanize the brand of the company with a picture of the team and a little introduction into what they're about. This builds a personal connection and just makes the business seem more trustworthy. As you can see in our example here, it's very short, to the point, but you can just see that they're a real company looking to do great work. And now that your lead form or landing page is set up, the real work begins. If you stop here, most leads will either forget that they signed up or never reply to you. What happens next is truly what determines how many of your leads turn into actual bookings and sales. Without the right follow-up system in place, you're leaving money on the table. Instead of waiting and hoping that leads message or call you, automation ensures that all leads get contacted quickly and consistently, giving you the best chance of turning them into actual customers. Now I'm going to jump into GoHighLevel and show you exactly how I've got my follow-up system set up. Before I show you the system, you need to make sure that if you're using a Facebook lead form, your leads are going to sync into the system. And to do this, create the sub account for your company, click settings, go to integrations, and once your Facebook page and ad account is set up, go to your Facebook form mapping and it will show you all the forms that you have here. And then you basically want to click edit fields and then match the CRM fields to what is in the Facebook ad form fields. And with your qualifying questions, you may have to go into custom fields here to add the questions so they match up right and the system can work together. So from here, we're going to set up the lead follow-up automation. Once a lead fills out your form, the system will take over and do all the next steps automatically. So this is my follow-up sequence once people fill out the form, and I've got the trigger here set up for my landing page form that is on my website. After someone submits it, it assigns it to me, creates the opportunity in our CRM, and uses the conversion API so that Facebook knows a lead's been filled out. And then I also make sure it notifies me so I know someone's filled out a form. You can add as much information here as you want, but I just put all of the questions in that are in the form. And to find the custom values for these questions, you just click contact up here and then scroll down to custom fields and it has all of your questions there. Now, before the prospect is messaged, I actually set a timer for 5 minutes before that happens, because as I said before, once people fill in the form, it takes them straight to a booking page. So I give them those 5 minutes to book in if they're going to, so that they don't get these follow-up messages once they've already booked an appointment. And then once they've booked an appointment, they get taken out of this automation sequence. But if they fill out the form and within 5 minutes they haven't booked an appointment through the booking calendar, then they get sent this first SMS text. Now, obviously you really need to experiment with this for your own company and different things might work better. But this is how it was set up for my campaigns that have been doing incredible. Start off by qualifying them, seeming like a real person. You know, when they get a message like this, they're not going to think it's an automation. So I just start off saying, is this contact name? And that will fill in with their name they filled in. Now, these custom values for the name of the person in the text and the company name are set up like this so that you don't have to go into every automation and change it if you want to change it for everything. So in the custom fields section, you can choose your company name here, and then every time you use it, you just click custom values, and the company name. It can save some time, but if you just wanted, you can also just fill in the name here. So this is what it says. It says, this is Joe, we'll say, from this company. I was reaching out because you're interested in our flooring offer from our ad on Facebook. To claim your spot for the up to £500 off offer. Schedule an appointment at our shop. And then PS, there's only a couple spots remaining. So you can change that as the ad campaign's going to increase that scarcity. But the main thing here is, you're just pushing them again and giving them a link to book an appointment, reminding them of the offer so that it doesn't get lost and they don't forget about it. And then after 4 minutes, if they reply, then it just gives me a notification. But if they don't, it's going to send them an email with a very similar thing to what was in the text. Just so, if they're one that looks at their email quite a lot, but not their texts, they don't want to reply to that, then it gives them another option. And then after that, I wait 20 minutes, just so I'm not bombarding them with messages, and send a quick follow-up message saying, just checking in, I know you're busy, if you have any questions, let me know. So, people get sales emails and things, giving them discounts all the time, and, it kind of annoys them a bit, I feel, if you're being too salesy. So just having a second message like this shows that you're literally just there to help them, and that if they can't book an appointment or they have any questions, they can just send it here, which is going to help us make the most of the leads. Now, as you can see, I don't actually have any automations after this sending more messages. And the reason why this isn't because I just thought, oh, this is probably the best way to go. I've tested it with having multiple messages and emails going out every other day, and it did not make a difference at all. The people that became a customer or booked an appointment replied within these first couple messages. So you can test it yourself, but the way I do it, I just send a few messages and leave it there. And that is what works for me. I don't think I've had almost any bookings come after 5 messages have been sent to them. So that is literally my follow-up sequence. And as you can see, it is very simple, but it works. So that is all that matters. Now, some people do have no-show sequences, or for when people cancel an appointment. I have tried this before. However, I don't really like doing this, so I don't actually use this automation anymore. If someone says they can't make it, can they rebook, or they just don't show up, I like to just send them a message, a personal message, and work through it that way. And that seems to work a bit better for me. But obviously, with all of this stuff, test it however you like. You might find better results your way for your specific company. Now, your booking system is where everything really comes together. A well-structured system not only makes it easy for leads to take the next step, but it also builds trust and increases conversions. When done right, it streamlines the process for both you and your customer, ensuring that no opportunities are lost. Now, I like to set up booking calendars because it makes it so easy for the prospect to take the next step. But for your company, this might not be possible. You might just have to send them a follow-up message and call them before. But if you are going to use a booking calendar, there are 3 main ways to do it depending on what works for your business. Now, the first one is showroom appointments. So if you have a physical location like a flooring shop, kitchen showroom, or bathroom store, you can book leads straight into the showroom during its opening hours. Now, this works so well because your team is already there and it eliminates wasted time traveling for low quality quotes. Plus, if a potential customer is willing to visit, it shows how interested they are because they're taking time out of their day to travel there and learn more about the company and what they have to offer. And then the next one is for in-home quotes. And if you offer home improvement services that require an in-home quote, which is probably pretty much all of them, you can set up your booking calendar to schedule site visits. Now, I wouldn't recommend sending this to people right away because with Facebook, you can have a lot of people just clicking through and getting a free quote because it's free when they're not that interested. So if you're using one like this, I would message them first a little bit before just to understand what they're interested in. But what could work better for you, which is something that I think is really cool, is to qualify leads before going out to see them and potentially wasting your time on someone who's a time waster. You can set up a calendar for a quick phone call before committing to the full appointment. This could literally be a 5 to 10 minute intro call, and you can filter out the time wasters. And once a lead books a call, the system can notify you or your client, if you're working with a home improvement business, telling them when the prospect wants to be called. And if the lead doesn't answer, it's not the end of the world. It's not like you've wasted your time traveling to go do a quote. But if they do, it's a great way to fill them out, see what they need, and see if they benefit from a quote. So if I was you, I would recommend for a showroom company, a showroom appointment, and for all the other ones, 5 minute intro call before going to do a quote. So now I'm going to show you how to create this system in GoHighLevel. I'm going to start off with creating the calendar. So you want to go to this calendar section here, press calendar settings, and then click create calendar. Now you can either choose personal booking or round robin. It doesn't really matter. You can still choose the exact same options basically. but I usually use round robin. Now you want to set the calendar name, and something which I really urge you to do is take a bit more time on this than you would think. Don't just put shop appointment or anything like that. You can say something like this, and I'll actually change this a bit. Now you want to make it clear what it is, so making sure you said shop appointment or intro call, but you want to talk about the offer a bit as well, because people have the tendency to forget, not just forget that they did things, but forget why they did things. So when they get a reminder for the booking that they made and it says about the amazing offer and that there's only a few spots left, then it's going to remind them and they'll be more likely to turn up. Now obviously you can experiment with this. This might be a bit over the top, but it can make a difference in your conversions. And then here you can click who the appointment is for, and then custom URL, doesn't really matter. Meeting duration, however long the meeting takes. You know, if it's a phone call, you could literally just put 10 minutes, but if it's a in-person showroom meeting, you could put 30 minutes or 45 here. So I'm just going to put 30. And then obviously you want to set up the availability here as well. So whenever you're available for the call or when the shop is open, choose that. And then we can click confirm. Now I'm actually going to go in and edit it a bit more. There's a few more things we can do. First of all, the calendar logo. Add in the logo of your company. This makes it look even more professional. And then you want to write a description of what they can expect from the meeting. As you can see, I've just done something really simple, which says, you know, what the appointment is going to entail, and it reminds them as well of the offer, so they know that they're in the right place and they're not missing out on that offer that they signed up for. And what I like to do as well is go to this customization section and change the color to your logo of your business. So I'm just copied the hex code here for this company. I'm going to save that, and then yeah, we're done. So now we can preview the booking page. I changed the title slightly so it's just a bit clearer, and as you can see, it's super simple for people to book a meeting. It looks very professional and it highlights the offer so they stay intrigued. And you can embed this if you're on GoHighLevel onto your landing page. But if you're doing an instant lead form, as I showed you, you can just have a button to book an appointment and copy the link for this and paste it there. Now I'm going to go through the shop confirmation automation sequence. So once someone books in, we've got the trigger here for the appointment, and you want to make sure you have this remove from workflow action so that people don't keep getting messages if they've already booked an appointment. And then the internal notification for me is just so I know there's been an appointment. But for this business, I've got the owner's number set up here, so he gets a notification with all the information he needs when the appointment is going to come up to his shop and who they are. And you know, this is all automated, so once the ad runs, all of this happens on autopilot. And if you had a calendar for the 5-minute call, you can literally do the same thing. And then the first message the prospect sees is the confirmation message, which reminds them that they've claimed the offer, so they can be at ease that they've got the offer, and that the appointment at the time, which you can set up here with the custom fields, an appointment to choose the start date and time, and then it says it's been confirmed. So yeah, remind them of what the offer is. And yeah, if it's a shop appointment, obviously I put the shop address here so they know where to go to. And I like to show our enthusiasm in helping them, to just show we're going all the way to give them the best experience. And one way to do that is sending them a picture of the shop front, giving them any directions they might need or what they might be unsure about. You know, this is stuff which they wouldn't expect you to do, but by doing it, you're just going that extra step to help them. And then having a last message, letting them know that if they've got questions, just send it over. You know, it's pretty simple, but it works very well. And then we send over an email, literally saying the same thing. And then after that, I just have 2 reminder messages. One 24 hours before to their email and SMS, letting them know that we're excited to learn about the project and send a message if they have any questions. Again, it's going out of the way, it's showing enthusiasm. You want to make them basically feel bad, not turn up. So be as nice as you can, help them as much as you can, and you're going to get way more people showing up. And then 1 hour before the appointment, send 1 more message. You could do 2 hours as well, just to be safe, just to double check they're coming and give them that last little nudge. And after that, you should start seeing a bunch of appointments. You know, these reminder messages, they're going to make sure people don't forget about the appointment, and it's going to make a big difference in the amount that actually end up showing up. So there we are. By now, you've got everything you need to set up a fully automated system that not only generates leads, but converts them into booked appointments and paying customers. Now, one extra tip, when you get all of this set up, make sure you test it all yourself. Imagine you're the lead and fill in the information, because there's a lot that goes into the process and a lot of simple things you might make a mistake on. So by going through the system, it's going to help you catch things that might cause drop-offs later before you run the ads. I don't think I've set up a new system without there being one thing that I've accidentally not done, so I would really recommend to do that. And if you want my personal help getting this all set up and helping you with anything you need with your ads or follow-up system, you can sign up for GoHighLevel using my referral link in the description. As I said earlier, when you do, I'll personally check in with you every month on a 60-minute video call to help you with whatever you need and to make sure that your GoHighLevel system runs smoothly and that all of your ads are as effective as they can be. Now, you're basically getting a free mentor if you were going to use GoHighLevel anyway, so I would not miss out on this offer if I was you, and I might not be able to run it forever, so take advantage of it whilst you still can. Just DM me on Instagram if you use my referral link and we can get it set up. And I've also created and linked a resource in the description which summarizes everything that's in this video so you can keep it on hand to refer to later. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and got a bunch of value out of it, then please consider liking, subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more valuable videos just like this one. Let me know in the comments if you do have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.